welcome back. I'm Master Sergeant Retired Anna Maria Bliven, and in our studio today, we have our Army veteran, Tim Richardson, and he and his wife are into something really extraordinary. Can you tell us more about that?
Well, yes, it's extraordinary in that it's the most simple thing in the world, but it turns out to be extraordinary. I have to give a quick story because I think it'll bring the point home as to what we do and why it turns out to be in and of itself extraordinary. That wasn't what we were trying to do. But when people go through a mess and they go off the rails, as we refer to it, they try to climb back out of that mess, and oftentimes they just fail pretty miserably. So I'm going to give you a quick story. It's not military related, but it gets the point home, and it probably can be found in the military community, unfortunately. But know someone whose son had a major car accident 7 or 8 years ago. Part of his recovery was pain meds, which was opioids, which put him on the street. In 2 years, his life was completely shot. So dad, and this was not a kid, he was in his early 30s. Dad found him, got him into a rehab, dropped 30 grand. 6 days later, the son ran off, and so did dad's 30 grand. Then dad found him again, got him into quote unquote a Christian rehab. And the fact is it took. He got his head and his heart straight. And in the meantime, Home Depot worked with that rehab, and from time to time would see if there were people in there that maybe they could work with. Well, they did. This guy's name is the same as mine. His name was Tim. As of 2 years ago, Tim, out of rehab, was managing 2 Home Depot stores. That's a big deal. And fast tracking for regional manager. Now you say, well, that's great. That's success. Where's the sad part about that? Well, the sad part is the rest of the story is that he went through rehab with 45 guys. 43 of them are dead. Gone, not here anymore. Only himself and a friend of his got through that thing and came out on the other end of it, if you speak. So once everything's all said and done, and the rehab's done what they do, and VA's done what they've done, and this, that, and the other, I'm not picking on the government, not picking on VA, not picking on anybody doing anything with trying to get people back on track to their best lives. But if it's working so well, how come do we have such massive failure?
Oh my gosh, Tim, I asked that question too. I
So
do.
yeah, so what we did, my wife Brownie and I, we decided to set up a system. That's probably not a good word, but our system is people knowing us through networking, which we'll talk about. Found out who we are, what we do, and people would be referred to us and say, hey, maybe these people can help you. So what we do is we sit down with people, Anna Maria, that at no cost, no obligation, basically with a sheet of paper and a pencil, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And we start to map out where they came from, who they are now, and where do you want to go? We are called Hope Advanced, and it's not our hope, it's your hope. And it's not us advancing you, but it's us working together to get you to your next best steps for you. Now, as simple as that sounds, number one, it's not fill out this clipboard and we'll see you in 2 days. Okay. It's let's if you want to start a conversation, we'll do it. We may have to do a short one, a long one, several of them, that's fine. But at some point we come to a place where here's where we think maybe you believe are the best places to go. We believe are maybe better or different places, but let's get an agreement on something and let's move forward. Let's advance. Well, that sounds military, doesn't it? Okay. And really, the interesting part is it works. Now, there's some people we don't work with because they're not ready for that. And we're not dragging them, hooking them, throwing Bibles and crosses at them or anything else. We're just simply starting a conversation. And we're looking them dead in the eye and say, okay, that's the mess. Here's where you are now. And my internal comment, if I don't say it out loud, is, so what? Who cares? None of that matters. Okay. Happens on the battlefield and it happens on life. Yeah. This is what happened. Okay. Well, we can cuss, kick, scream about that, but what do we do now?
Right.
And that's what Hope Advance is about. What can we do now to help you move forward? Not give you stuff, though it's information, shoulder to cry on. I got a whole office full of Kleenex boxes, believe it or not, male and female, so nobody's immune to tears. But let's go forward. Let's not back up anymore. Let's quit screwing around and doing the same things we've already done and get the same result. Let's do something different.
Right. Let's stop this insanity.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're going to pick up right with that in mind right after these messages.